Hi, hello. So I have undone all that was here, and I have undone also one knot from here. So in this side I have undo it, and here it is exactly how it was. The exception made that I take out the the lark heads, all the lark heads and the square knots that were here. So when I get here, I have this knot that is here, and I have it here also. So I undo it, and I have this here. So I'm going to undo this here, so you can see what did I made in this side. So I just took out this. Why am I taking out this? Because I need space. There were no space. If you have seen the last video, when I put here the lark heads, there were no space. And because of that is that now I have to take measures to fix it. And that it is what is all about these videos. These videos is learning how to sing macrame, learning how to do it, learning how to resolve the problems that are going to happen. Anyone that wants to do something, whatever it is in life, problems are going to come. It's unavoidable. And we have to learn how to do it. So what was the problem? The problem was, if you do remember, that this was too much tight. I was with the difficulty, and when I put the last lark head, it was overlapping the other lark head. So I have undone it and give it more space. You see, I took out this lark head, and now I have more space. And now I'm going to test it. Of course, I could have tested before I come here, but no, that's not the way these videos work. That is why I'm talking this to you. These videos work like this, live. I am doing with you, with all people that are watching, and the problems that come, well, we have to fix them. The best we can. So, inserting again the lark heads, as you have already seen in the last video. I've seen some videos in YouTube. I've been watching what people have, what they are doing, how they are doing, how they are videotaping. I am learning. I am new here, so I am learning a lot in seeing, and I don't want to do as it is, because it is too much perfect. Only when it is perfect it is put on the video. I don't want to do it like that. I want to do it real. I want to do it discovering. And when we discover, well, things happen, bad things happen, good things happen, and bad things happen. And the bad things happen, we have to learn how to deal with them. There is no other way. So now I have to be careful. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 3 in the other side. Actually, sometimes I see in the comments people saying, oh, I have tried to do it and I could not do it. How do I do it? Now that is the problem. One should never ask, how do I fix this problem? How do I do it? I have tried and I can't make it. And what do I do now? Well, one has to think for ourselves. And that is what is all about my videos. My videos, if you see my videos, you will learn how to think. Because you will think with me and you will see me thinking. Sometimes I can even think bad, really bad. And in the end I say, oh, how bad I was doing this. And actually that is very important, because when things happen, you will remember it and you say, well, Let's see how we can fix it, how we can do better. And you resolve it by yourself. It's easy and plain. Now, of course, I understand that I'm not criticizing anything here, alright? I understand that there is place for everything. There is place for everything in YouTube and in life and in all things of this world. But I'm just explaining how I do it and why I do it. So I'm doing here and suddenly everything is wrong and I say, oh, well, I have to undo it. Alright, here it is. Speaking of it, you see what's happening here? This one has come out to this side. Haha, you saw it? This string was in this side, and if I pull it without proper caution, so we have always to turn it to the other side to see how good it is. Now let me see. 1 knot, 4 strings, 1 knot, 4 strings, 2 knots, more 4 strings, 3 knots, and now I need one more pair to make another knot. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I have to put it in the middle. To put it in the middle because this one here has to be in the middle. And now the difference from the other video is that I actually have space. In the other one I did not have space. So we put it let's see if now it's everything okay as it should be. And here we have to be careful because we have to leave this thing in the middle. So let's put it there, out of the way. Aha! You see how much better now it is. Now it has space. Of course there is a great distance in here from these strings to these. This one I have pulled it to here, and this I'm going to do the same. Take a good look. I'm going to put it so now it is a little more. And you see this white thing here and this white thing here. It is because I have pulled it to the center. So it's a little defect, but it's a defect that one cannot call it a defect. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this knot, but now it is okay because now it has space. Remember how it was in the last video? This one here was overlapping these ones, and it was not like this. So this actually is perfect. So no big deal. It was wrong. All right, we make it better. We make it right. That actually is what is all about macrame. Macrame is sticking to the things that are wrong and make them right. There is nothing more than that. All comes to that. And so in the end, if you take a good look, you'll become a macrame artist. Because when something gets in your way, in your work, you don't need to ask someone else, oh, and now what I do? Well, you have to think for yourself, to try, and to try. There's no other way. I've never been a follower in my work. Of course, I had to learn. That's a different thing. To learn is a different thing. But to be a follower, no. Follower is a person that they give you, you take what they give you, and if you have to do something by yourself, you can do it. That is a follower. And there are good followers, don't take me wrong. There is nothing wrong in being a good follower. But if you can be a good follower and if you can be a good creative and create your own pieces and resolve your own problems, now that is the perfect. To be able to follow It's all right. It's no wrong. And to be able to create, it's all right. There is no wrong. And if you can create and can follow, it's perfection. Now, I confess I have never be a good follower. Never. But I have learned with all, of course. One has to learn, one has to see, to try, and then to follow our own path. And to find our own solutions. When anything goes wrong, I try to see solutions. Not going to find someone else's solutions. Of course, that I know what many are thinking that, well, many people have already found the same problems and they have found solutions and they have found good solutions. That's why we see videos. Yes, of course. There's nothing wrong in seeing the solutions that the others have discovered. Nothing wrong, and it is very useful. So this is just a way of talking. There is place for everything. All right. Enough talking. Let's go to work. All right, now it's perfect. So we have the first rows of square knots with the head to this side. The head is this little loop. And now we are going to make the triangular effects. So we are going to make all. I need to stabilize this loop here so it is more stable. All right. So I was talking and saying that yes. So we need. And here we have to make sure that this is really tight, because these first ones, if they have a slack of string, then it will be very ugly. So let's do the second row. Now the second row we are still going to make the loop to the same side. Remember, I have put this macrame belt with only one color because I'm going to make the old school, the original old school effects. What are those effects? Effects only with the structure of the knots and not with colors or fancy other knot or something like that. It was very much used when people in the old days worked with cotton mostly, or flax, or natural fibers that were all the same color, more or less. So that is why I call it the old school of macrame. And don't think that I despise this modern macrame. I am learning modern macrame, mostly in YouTube videos, of course, in YouTube channels. I'm learning how people do macrame nowadays. And alright, it's different. They cut, they burn, they put new strings, cutting and burning, and everything is alright, and it is a very huge facility. It's very easy. In the old days was not so easy to make more strings and to conceal the other strings. It was difficult. Now it is very easy macrame. So this modern macrame is very easy, and I'm learning it. And I don't know these things. So in here, it's a good idea to bring this one in the middle. It has a better effect. I'm going to show you. So if I do it like this will stay like this with an X in here. And if I don't do it, it will stay a loop with a space. Of course, there are people who can like actually that loop. So when I say that I work like this, actually, so I'm not going to change anything, I'm just going to show you the difference. And they are all good. Take a good look. There is a space there. Huh? Huh? What is this? Yes, it is alright. So you see this space here that it is here? This loop? Well, it is alright. Some people might actually like this. But I don't know. I learned it the other way around, and actually I like it more. It's not that I have learned it in one way and I cannot change to other way. I can change it. It's not that it is that. In fact, I think that like this, it is much more perfect. And actually, those loops very much open. Something can get in there and pull them easily. Anyway, you can do it as you wish, as you like it. I've told you many times, there is only one way to do macrame and to do a creation. If you like it, it is alright. If you don't like it, you have to change it. Now, I actually like this one like this, without that loop. So we are still with all to this side, and here we are making the first triangle. I have to see it well. I have to change my glasses. I've changed my glasses because I was starting to not see this properly. Alright, so I have here one. I'm going to do it in this side. And these effects of these heads of the square knots to one side and then to the other. We can, oh no. Oh no. You see this is very, very bad. And the string is like that. Can actually make a huge mess with all the strings, and that is bad. That is really bad. So I forgot what I was telling you. I was telling something about the effects, right? So these effects, they are very interesting. Then we can make triangles, loose angles, and several other combinations that I'm going to talk and to demonstrate video by video. So now I am beginning by the most easy of all, and even this is the most easy of all. There are much complicated ways of doing that, and much beautiful, of course, much beautiful and much more rare, and rare sometimes is also important. So you see, we have 1, 2, 3. We are still going down with the triangles. I still have 8 minutes. How time passes. How time passes, it's very impressive. And so that is why I don't put colors in here. Of course, I understand that people now, macrame with colors is quite interesting. There is a strong appealing in colors. That is why perhaps these effects, they have almost disappeared. It's very interesting. Now, perhaps these effects can be made with colors. I didn't try it yet, but I will. I will. Maybe there are ways of mixing the two schools, right? The modern school of macrame and the old school of macrame. Probably there is. And if we can achieve that, that is very interesting, right? So here we keep this one to the side and change it and work this one instead of working this one. So this is very easy. So here we are. This effect will be always only evident when I make the other triangle to the other side. Now there is nothing, almost nothing to see, right? Alright, there is still here strings to go. Hope I can finish one triangle at least. 6 minutes. One triangle. Now here we have it. Another one. So the idea is to make a diagonal from here with all this to here, and then when we have it we change the knots to the other side and make a diagonal to the other side, and that actually when it is finished it will make an effect very interesting and very subtle. So change it. If you go to a museum and see a sailor's macrame knotting belt, you will see it with these effects. Lots of these effects, because they were made in cotton fishing line. It was white with all the same color, of course, and so instead of making just plain, people devise these ways of making effects. Actually they are very subtle and interesting. All right, 4 minutes. So we have the first triangular. All the knots, if you take good notice, all the knots are made to that side. This loop is to that side, 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 to that side. All they all come to this side. Now we are going to make the knots to the other side. Take a good look how different it is. Instead of making this like this over, we make the opposite, this over. When we do this, we change immediately the position of the head. It is also important to know what gives. You see, I'm making like this. I did not change it. I forgot it. I could do it. There is no wrong. It's also an effect. I could change it all in here in this side and make it without changing in this side. It is okay, but actually I don't like it, and because I don't like it, I change it. But if you like it, go ahead. All right. Once you learn how to do the effects, you can do all sorts of effects, your own effects. So here it is. You know, you have already here one knot. 2 minutes. I have only 2 minutes. All right. You see, I have one knot. with the head to this side. Now, at this moment, this is not evident that it will give an extraordinary effect, but when it is done all till here, then you will see it. So in the next video you will see it better. So I have to do this one first. The fundamental here is that we cannot mistake, not even one, because if we do and we don't take notice, it will be very visible, very obvious, and will spoil the entire effect. This is only effective if all go in the same direction, and it has to be very alright. So you see it already. I had to decide. 1 minute. I can still do one knot perhaps. Now I'm going to make already the triangle till here and then till here, and I will only come then after, because this is all the same. Now I have my feet on top of the for 4 seconds. So thank you for watching. I hope you are enjoying this, and see you next video. Next video the effect will be much more appealing. Here it is. Thank you for watching. Now we're going to do all this and then all this to here. So a triangle like this and this all to this side.